Today's video is gonna be a little different. Be more of a rant. I originally recorded 2 videos. I recorded a Lethal Company video, and then I recorded a Sparking Zero video for this event right here. But I was upgrading my storage on my computer, and I guess the SATA cable was loose, and I transferred my video files over to the other drive, and then it wouldn't let me play them. But I transferred them, and then like I deleted them from my original drive, and they I restarted my computer because it wasn't letting me open them on my editor. So I restarted my computer, and all of a sudden half the files are gone, or it's not recognizing the the storage. So I'm like, what the hell? And then I open my computer up and look at the cables, and I think one of the cables were loose, so I plugged it back in, or I unplugged all of them and then replugged them back in, put one of the SATA cables into a different slot to see if it was just the one slot. And then I opened my computer, and then I only have like 1 video file, and then it still wasn't even working. So I just lost all that footage, and it was like probably 2 hours of footage from like 2 different games. So yeah, I haven't been able to make a video at all. Like I could have before, but due to the unfortunate circumstance of me upgrading my computer when I did, I lost it all. So I'm recording this video. But I also wanted to talk about the new DLC for Sparking Zero. I don't know. The new DLC is kind of weird because characters are good, but it's like $18. So compared to like every other DLC from like any Dragon Ball game, like the closest thing would probably be Xenoverse. I think Xenoverse is a bit cheaper than that, but just a little weird because we didn't even get a stage, and I was actually expecting a stage. I feel like most people were probably expecting a stage out of it. And I think it's also a little weird for some of these like DLC characters where they'll give base superhero Gohan a character, but they didn't give the actual like base Broly from Super a character. And it's funny because like Gohan didn't do like anything in that movie, or at least the base form of it. So I think that's a little weird. I also think it's weird too, it's like they had the opportunity to add a bunch of things to this DLC to make it way better. Like, for example, they could have like added on to like Piccolo or Gohan and added a superhero like what if story. But instead we got like 3 custom battles, which they're like alright. The only custom battle I think was even really cool was the one where you're just going against Cell Max, mainly because it's like kind of a decently hard boss fight. So yeah, like the other boss fights are really easy to breeze through. Like you get a little bit of cool like interactions, but other than that, it wasn't anything really that cool. Like I really hope in the next DLCs they don't just keep doing custom battles as like these little story things that they want to add. I feel like they should just add the actual story mode, like campaign. I think that would make more sense and it would be better. Because like if they did like DLC like Xenoverse did, it would add so much more value. Like just imagine like more what ifs and stages. Like, that would just make the DLC, like, perfect, honestly. That's really all it needs. Because, like, the story mode is already lackluster. Like, you play through it once and then you're like, I don't think you want to play it again. Like, the longest one is Goku's. It goes through all the other ones, but, like, some of them don't even go through all. Like, Vegeta ends at the Buu Saga, which is really crazy to think about. He's like the second main character, and he only goes up to the Majin Buu Saga. That's absurd to me. Like, they could have gave him another, like, all the way till, like, the Tournament of Power. Like, he had a bunch of moments in the show that they could have gave him, but they didn't. Like, I don't think we're ever gonna get, like, it's kind of weird because we're never gonna get the story for, like, Broly, or we're not gonna get any stage for, like, the Glacier map for Broly, which makes no sense to me. Like, look at this, like, they're doing this event right now to mimic the Broly movie, this legendary face-off. We're playing on Dying Namek, which, yeah, looks really similar, probably why they chose it, but could have at least, like, they need to give us some, like, new stages. And here's another thing that makes no sense to me, is that they'll have, like, they have that one finished costume of the BoJack movie of, like, Team Gohan that you can use, or not use, but, like, it's, like, finished, but they never released it. So it's like, are they ever gonna release that, like, costume for him? Like, I don't know what's going on with the content on this game. Because it was in the files, everyone saw it on the files. So I don't know why it's not gonna get released. Like, maybe their thought process is they're gonna, like, do more of these events and then add content that way, like with costumes and all that, and this is just kind of like the first one, kind of a test. Which I honestly kind of enjoy, because it gives you a little more to do, like, offline rather than playing ranked or casual. But on another note, this update is kind of nice, adding that quick play feature of casual and not just ranked, because no one always wants to be, like, playing the game, trying to find a room, and then, like, the room doesn't work, or, like, oh shit, or it's just, like, I don't know, just finding a room in general is kind of a hassle sometimes, and if you want to play a quick game, you should just be able to do that. But that's good that they added it. But yeah, like, going back to the story mode and everything, like, offline content is a little lackluster. You play like the real tournaments offline, or you play the tournaments offline like once or twice, and then it gets boring. You play the story mode once to do all the, like, campaigns, which I did. Didn't take that long. It's, like, alright. It's not that fun either. Like, going back to it after the first time. Like, it's cool the first time. You don't want to play it again the second time. I don't know. The AI is kind of boring to play in this game too. Like, I feel like it doesn't feel as good as, like, Tenkaichi 3 for some reason. Could be just blinded by nostalgia, but I don't know. But yeah, going back to the Xenoverse DLC, it's a little crazy that, I think, they'll get, like, 2 characters, some story mode, additional costumes, additional moves. Like, I feel like they get kind of more value than the Sparking Spirit DLC, so I'm gonna be honest. Like, yeah, they get new moves, new costumes, new missions, new stages, a couple new characters, and, like, I don't know, overall they get way more value, I feel like, than Sparking Zero does. Which is kind of crazy. And this DLC is more expensive. Like, I guess they justify the cost by how many characters you get, but like, I don't know. I'm gonna be for real though. Like, 2 of them are giant characters that I feel like are never gonna be used a lot. So, like, I don't know. What would have made the DLC a lot better for me, and I don't want to sound like a complainer, but like, honestly, that one stage would have felt really nice. Because it kind of also feels awkward that this game, like, marketed itself to be like, oh, remake all of the Dragon Ball, like, moments, but then they don't add the stages for, like, these new movies, like the Broly movie and the superhero movie, which is really weird. Like, I can get the costumes, alright. There's a lot of costumes for people that there could be, because from the movies, all the characters wear, like, different costumes half the time. I can get that, but, like, the stages, I think, are, like, the most... is, like, what mostly makes no sense to me. Because they really marketed the game, and it was like, oh, recreate all these iconic battles from, like, the show and movies. Then they, like, have every character from the movie and everything else, but they don't have the stage. And then you're playing on, like, a random stage that doesn't make sense to what that movie was, or where it took place in the movie. So, I don't know why they keep doing that, but hopefully in the next DLCs or in some free updates they actually add that. I do give them credit though, they have been fixing some of the weird bugs and annoying, like, cheese in the game. So they're kind of listening to us in that aspect, but, like, content-wise, I feel like the higher expectations for the DLC just a little bit. But I don't know, it's still like a solid DLC. I'm not gonna say it's horrible. Like, they give us more characters, and it's the characters I think a lot of people have been wanting, to be fair. But honestly, going back to, like, the DLC, I don't even know if I really am gonna care for the next 2 DLCs if it's actually just all Daima stuff. Like, I'm not even that far into Daima, but, like, just having, like, mini versions of all the characters is kind of, like, kind of lame, I'm not gonna lie. Like, here's how I'm thinking about it, right? You're gonna get, like, mini Piccolo, but we just got Orange Piccolo. Who's gonna want mini Piccolo? They're gonna want to play, like, the new Orange Piccolo, or the new base, like, Piccolo that we just got. So it makes no sense to me that, like, is Daima characters really gonna be that hype enough to want to buy it? I mean, this game has a lot of potential to do a lot of things, and I feel like the DLC is gonna be kind of lackluster unless they change some things about it and give us, like, stages. Because, like, I already gotten some spoilers, so I know, like, I'm not gonna say it, but I already know some characters might be kind of cool to play. But, like, half the characters are, like, gonna be, like, mini versions, or, like, the new characters, and I don't even know if people really care about that enough to think that they're, like, hype enough to want to buy the DLC. So, like, I wonder what else they're gonna sell with the DLC to make it worth it for people. Unless people actually really enjoy playing those characters. Like, I feel like this was the only DLC I was really actually caring about because of the movie characters. I thought they were really cool. So yeah, really curious to know what you all think. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are about this, because I am not so sure of myself. Like, I feel like they need to change the DLC stuff a little bit, or add more content through these, like, little events, because I actually think that's a cool feature, and that has some potential to make this game better for offline content. Because, like, I think Xenoverse kind of does it well with their DLCs. Even though they have, like, a million DLCs, they kind of do it kind of nice with content. Like, I think it's kind of loaded, their content, and it's cheaper. But they also get a decent amount of offline content with free updates, so that's what I'm hoping is what happens with this game. But yeah, I just wanted to update y'all on what's what's been happening. and what just happened to me, so I think next I'm gonna try a couple different things. I might try a Project Zomboid video. I was gonna do a Lethal Company video, but I'm not sure about that anymore. Because I actually already did that, and then my footage got deleted, so. But I thought about doing character videos of the new DLC characters. I might just do them casual, just because it's more fun that way. But I don't know. Just let me know down in the comments below what you guys think, and I'll see if I can go through your comments. I'll probably be able to get through your comments because I don't get a lot of viewership on this channel. So yeah, so just leave some comments. I'll reply, and I want to see what you guys think about all this. See ya.